Hey, it's Sheldon with Tiger Tough here. I'm going to show you how to install these seat covers on the back seats of a Can-Am Defender. But first, let me show what you're getting if you do order a set of these. Every part of this where you sit is covered. So both your seat backs, both your seat bottoms are covered. Your whole center console is covered here, as well as you can still use it properly. So you're good to go there. Also, the headrests are covered, so you're completely wrapped. This embroidery is optional, but highly recommended. They'll come standard plain, but a lot of folks are customizing them to make them look really cool. Now, why do these make sense for a side-by-side? Well, especially for side-by-sides that are on like a farm or ranch construction site, basically getting put to hard work. These are a good option because they keep your seats in perfect shape. The fabric is almost indestructible, which lets us give you an unconditional warranty. They're waterproof, and my favorite part is they're made in the United States. First piece we're gonna cover back here is this center console armrest portion. We're gonna have to fold that down, so just push this little clip in, that releases it, and boom, she folds down. Now I've undone all of those straps, and you see all of these 4 straps back here? That's the back of the cover. So we're gonna put the cover over the armrest like so. Now we'll pull up that strap, fasten those 2 together, pull up this very small one, fasten those 2 together, and there we go. You can see we left that open so that this little drain slot that's factory still does what it's supposed to. So that is the console armrest portion covered. Give that a smack, latch it back in place, and let's cover the bottom. So this is gonna go on with that long tail there hanging down the front. Now what I just did right there is I just slid this side of the cover down over the cushion, and it goes down around the corners and even underneath a little bit. Now that's gonna hold it and let me stretch this one into place. Now I just pulled up on the front of there to tip this up. We're gonna push that flap down the back. This one's gonna go down the front. Pull that up and fasten it together. Now you see I ran it up behind this bar. If you try to go around this bar, it won't work. The cover's gonna be too short. So it comes up behind that there. Latch that in, center console's covered. Next thing we're gonna do is cover these seats, but to cover the seat backs, the easiest way is to take them off. So we're gonna remove both of the seat backs, and then we'll come back in here and cover the seat bottoms. To remove the seat backs, just grab the top, give it a good pull. It'll tip out like that. Then you can lift it straight up. All right, now let's cover these bottoms. So I've gotten the bottom cover here. This one says driver. I'm on the driver's side. Good to go. You got this kind of V-shaped flap and these 2 small ones. They're gonna go to the back. Now, do you have to take the backs off to install these bottom covers? No, you do not. But the reason that I do is because it just gives me more room to swing my elbows around in here. So I'm just getting the cover wrapped around the seat, trying to get it covering as good as possible in the right shape before we start cinching stuff down. And I think we're there. So now, flip the old seat bottom up like that, and just grab the front, give it a pull, it'll come right up. And now this here part, pull on it. Try to lift the whole thing off the ground. And then stick it together, shabam. Now these flaps here, you want to pull them tight, but you also want to pull them toward inside of the seat just a wee bit, like that. You can see that's all of these straps are running up behind this bar. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, pull. And stick it together. Okay, not bad, a couple wrinkles. Now what I'm gonna do is just pull the cover like this, work it down, because we wanna get rid of as many as possible before you start breaking your covers in. And that is satisfactory. We'll do the passenger side, then we'll get onto the backs. Passenger side cover. This is going to be the exact same thing we just did on the driver's side. All right, now flip the old seat bottom up, and I'm going to push these straps underneath. So now pulling the cover in towards the center of the seat a bit, fastening them together. There we go. Smooth this out. Now we're going to cover the backs, but we're going to do that out on the table rather than in here. All right, we've got our 2 seat backs and our seat back covers. Now these are identical. So which one's the passenger, which one's the driver? I don't know, doesn't matter. But the covers do matter because you want to have the tags facing the side with the door. You don't have to, it just looks way better. So we're gonna put the cover on the table, face down. And you don't have to use the table, you can use the floor, you can use the back of your side by side. You can use anything that'll hold still long enough. Face down. And the seat back goes in like so. And these pieces, they go up and tuck in like so. That piece comes down. And now we're gonna pull this tight. I actually stick my hand inside the cover like this, and it helps pull it up around that corner. Pull it tight, stick it together. See how we did. Not too shabby. Okay, switch places. There we go. Driver's side, same thing. There we go. Okay, this one here, I'm gonna redo. See, I didn't pull that one nearly as tight. You can see that it's kind of loose here. Now, again, just like the bottoms with these huge bolsters on the side of the seat, you're probably gonna get a little bit of an air pocket in there that will disappear as you break your covers in, but we need to make that less of an air pocket right now. So, just like before, I'm pulling that tight as I can, up and around. Stick that together there, and that looks much better. Okay, let's go slam these back in the cab. All right, so this has got these 2 hooks on the back, and they'll hook right into that bar right there. So hooked in. Let's get the seatbelt out from behind there. Now, these 2 little pegs right here go right into those rubber grommets. Give it a smack, they lock right in. Good to go. Let's do the driver's side. Exact same process. Hook it in, lean it back, lock it in. Good to go. Just got to cover the headrests. Now you probably don't need my help figuring this out, but if you do, here we go. I just undid all of the hook and loop there, and it's got kind of a little pocket on top. Slide the headrests up into that little pocket. Now these are rubber, so they're super flexible. The covers aren't rubber, the headrest is rubber. Anyhow, pull it out, wrap the cover around it, stick those side flaps on there, and wazamba, we are good to go. Flip the bottom out so you can wrap this up in there. And we are finished.